Welcome to Shift Happens, Embrace the Change. I'm Ashley, and this is a space for people who are insightful, capable, and exhausted from holding it all together, right? Here we talk about emotional regulation, identity repair, and what it really looks like to heal and grow without hustling your way through life, right? If you've ever felt like you're doing all the right things, but still feel overwhelmed or disconnected from yourself, you're in the right place. Okay, let's take a breath together and get into today's episode. So that's a small breath in your nose. We're going to hold it and we're going to release it slowly out of our mouth. All right. Now that we're here, before we talk about productivity, I want you to notice your body, right? Is there tension in your shoulders? Is your jaw tight? Do you feel an urge to get something out of this as quickly as possible? I know there are some times I will put on an Audible book, or I'll even listen to a podcast that has a point, and I'm like, can we just get to the point? Can we just hurry this up and get to the point? I will very often, when I'm watching a movie, I will Google before the scene is even over, does such and such die in this scene or whatever. Like, that's how bad I am, right? Or was, I should say. That's a habit that I had, but now I have worked to change. And if this is you, I want you to know that nothing is wrong with you, just like nothing was wrong with me. That urgency is actually part of what we're talking about today. Okay? And I know that urgency very well. My husband says that when that urgency hits me, it's like I have to hurry up before the house burns down. Like, if I don't do whatever it is I have to get done, the house will burn down and all is lost for some reason. He said that's what my urgency feels like to him. And here we are, okay? Most of us were taught explicitly or quietly that productivity equals our worth. And you guys hear me talk about this all the time. This is a common thread throughout my podcasts and stuff last year, is that we're finding our worth in our productivity. And I'm here to tell you that that's not where it's at, okay? We have the narrative that being busy means that we're being valuable, right? As long as I'm doing something, then I'm valuable. If I'm sitting still, I'm useless. Slowing down can also mean to some of us that we're falling behind. And a lot of us believe that we have to earn our rest. Let me get A, B, C, D, E, F, G done, and then I can relax. Then I can take a break. That's like, even though we consciously may reject hustle culture, our nervous systems are often still operating under those same rules. Our nervous system still has that same narrative, and our nervous system still has that same wiring. So while consciously we may say anti-hustle culture, I'm not going to hustle, our nervous system and the sensations and the experiences we're feeling say something totally different. So we rest, but we don't feel rested, right? We slow down, but we feel guilty. We accomplish things and it still feels like it's never enough, right? Productivity, and this is super important here, guys. Productivity is not a moral trait. Your level of productivity does not determine or give you any kind of moral value or dictate anything morally about you. It's a nervous system strategy. The more productive I am, the better that makes me feel, and the more relaxed, or what I think is relaxed, my nervous system can be. When your nervous system has learned that safety and approval or belonging come from doing, productivity becomes less about the purpose and more about protection. So then we're using productivity instead of to reach a goal, we're doing it just to protect ourselves. And that is not a fun existence. So what you need to take from this is that you're not lazy when rest feels uncomfortable. Your body just learned a long time ago that slowing down was not safe. And what does that mean? For me, if a certain, we'll just say stepfather came in and I wasn't performing a chore or I hadn't done it in the time that I guess he thought it was necessary to be done, then I was worthless. Literally, I was worthless. Those were the words that came out of his mouth. Okay. So If I wasn't constantly taking care of siblings, making a meal, cleaning a mess, folding a laundry, doing something, then I wasn't safe. I was attacked verbally, emotionally, mentally. And for a long time, I thought that drive I felt, that need to be productive, I thought that was my ambition, when really it was rooted in a need to prove something, to prove that I was valuable, to prove that I'm not worthless, to prove that I am useful and that I'm worth something. Sometimes to others and very often to myself, right? I didn't know how to rest without feeling like I was risking something. My value felt tied to momentum. What changed things for me wasn't better planning or a stronger discipline. It was realizing that my nervous system had confused movement with safety, right? And even now, still on Sundays, we've deemed Sundays as like we go to church and then we just kind of rest and ride the day out, right? We just kind of exist, relax, read books, play, watch TV, whatever we're gonna do. But we don't do chores. Typically, I don't record podcasts, but I just felt like this one needed to come out. Um, and we just do what we wanna do. Like, I have a Lego set. I've had it for a year, and every time I go to pull it out to do it, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I have felt um, like I'm wasting my time, when in reality, I know because I teach this all the time, it's not. It's one of those 7 rests that we need. It is a need. Rest is a requirement. Rest is required for restoration, right? So when I sit still and I'm working on my Lego set, because I love Legos, I'm relaxing. I'm telling my nervous system I'm okay. And these are the things that I'm doing while I'm doing it so that I can enjoy it later, right? It's hard when you've been taught your whole life that that's what existence is. It's do, 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 work, 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 go, go, go. And then when you're not doing those things, you feel like you're not doing right, right? But once I started working with my body instead of against it, me telling myself, okay, body, we are going to sit and do this Lego set. We are going to sit and read this book. We are going to sit in the hammock and relax. We are going to take in the day and not worry about what's next on the to-do list. When I started working with my body instead of against it, instead of trying to push through it, productivity stopped feeling so heavy. It's so much easier for me to come in here now and record a podcast. It's so much easier for me to sit down and put together content. It's so much easier for me to come in here and build these workshops for you guys, for, the different organizations and the teams that I'm working with. It felt heavy, but now it doesn't, right? I look forward to it again. So this week, I want you to notice how you're being productive. How are you being productive this week? And then I want you to ask yourself gently, am I creating from clarity, from a goal, a vision, an idea? I know where I'm headed. I know what I'm doing. Or am I just doing this to cope with pressure? Am I doing this because if I don't, I feel a certain way? There's no right or wrong answer. Awareness is what's going to get us where we want to go. Those goals that we have in mind, those results that we're so stuck on, which I have another podcast for you guys for that one. Those are important and those are great. But we need an awareness of where we are in order to know how to get there. Because when we have our awareness, then we have our next step. And then with that step comes momentum, and momentum creates clarity. Okay? So if this episode resonates with you and you want support unpacking your relationship with productivity, I work with individuals one-on-one, and I also offer workshops that explore burnout, rest, and the nervous system, and regulating it in a deeper way, right? You'll find those options in the show notes if and when you feel ready. So if this episode stirred something for you, I want you to know that you don't have to carry it alone. And if today's episode simply gave you language or permission to slow down, that matters too. Thank you for being here. I'll meet you again next time.